What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Natural Hair for Beginners. This week is episode 11, and we're talking about all things frizz, how to prevent frizz, and what causes frizz. You guys all asked for this when I asked you what you want to see in the series, and I thought I'd sit with it, do a lot of research, and put together this episode for you. And just because you guys have all been so amazing with the series, I've also created a downloadable PDF document totally free of charge. It's got all the details of what causes frizz, how to prevent frizz, basically everything that you're going to get in this episode. If this sounds like something that you want, you can head to the link in my bio, click sign up for your freebie, and there you'll just put in your email address and your freebie password will be sent to you so that you can download it. Yay! All right, so now let's just get into this episode because we don't have the time. Frizz is caused by a number of things. There are so many factors that contribute to frizz that it might be really hard to establish which factors are the ones that are causing frizz for you. But these are a few of the main problems that cause frizz. So the first one is that you're using the wrong products on your hair. Products play a huge role in preventing frizz. And if you're using a product that isn't meant for your hair, that isn't meant for your curl type, it's gonna be a frizzy situation. No, thank you. Then next up, your hair is damaged from heat styling. Heat styling often is gonna cause your hair to frizz. So you wanna do as little heat styling as possible on your hair. And if you are doing heat styling, make sure you're following the rules for diffusing that I told you guys about in the last episode. Next up, you're applying your products incorrectly. So I've seen a lot of people apply products to soaking wet hair when it should be applied to damp hair. Follow the instructions on the products that you have, do your research on the products that you're using, and find out when it's best to use them. Next up, your hair is damaged from dyeing or coloring. That's the same thing, yes. So if you dye your hair quite often, your curl pattern is gonna be disrupted, and then woof, frizz. It is what it is. So try not to dye your hair too much. I used to dye my hair a lot, and if I look back at pictures now, my hair was not as healthy as it is now. The last time I dyed my hair was in November last year, and my hair has just been thriving since because I haven't been dyeing it as much, so yay. Next issue that can cause frizz, you're using too little products. So girl, you want every piece of hair to be covered in the product. You don't want just the top part and then your tips are not covered in product, because then wow, what a frizzy situation. No, make sure that every strand of hair is receiving the love that it needs and deserves from the products you're using. Then next up, you're not sleeping on a satin pillowcase. Now I've spoken about why satin pillowcases are great, and I'm going to get into it a little bit later, but a satin pillowcase or satin bonnet is the best investment you can make for your hair. Trust me. And it's great for your skin as well. Why wouldn't you want that? And then the last factor that can cause frizz is that you're not using the correct styling products. So you might be throwing on gel on your hair when your hair doesn't deal well with gel. It's all about listening to your hair, figuring out what it needs and what it's telling you it wants. So those are all of the things that cause frizz. Now I'm gonna go into how to prevent frizz. All right, let's go. So you never want to underestimate the power of a good trim, because split ends are what leads to frizz. They're usually the starting point of frizz. So I know you might not want to be cutting it if you're trying to grow it, but just cutting off the tips every 6 to 8 weeks at least, if you get severe split ends, it's worth looking into because that will help prevent frizz as well. I personally do not trim my hair every 6 to 8 weeks. I probably trim my hair maybe twice a year. I usually trim my hair when it's straight, and then I just do a tip because it's much easier to see my split ends with my hair straight. Try using a moisturizing conditioner. So because you're going natural hair is often victim to dryness, and dryness leads to frizz. So you want to get a conditioner that's just going to love your hair. It's going to moisturize your hair. So you want something that's just going to help prevent all of those damn things. Sorry, I'm looking at my laptop while I'm busy. For me, the best way to prevent frizz with a conditioner is to use a leave-in conditioner. And you guys know my favorite leave-in conditioner. It's right here because I just used it. It's the Cantu Shea Butter Leave-In Conditioning Repair Cream. This does the damn things. If I put this on, I don't even need to use a curling cream afterwards because it's definition, it's anti-frizz, it's moisturizing, it's everything that you could possibly want. Again, this works for me. It might not work for you, but type 3 girls, It's the one. Moving on. Do not brush dry hair. In fact, throw away your brush. You should not be having a normal brush if you're going natural. You want a wide tooth comb or your fingers, okay? A brush is just gonna rip your hair, it's gonna break it, it's gonna frizz, especially if you're brushing dry hair. You can never brush dry, girls. Do not even try it. I get the chrilla when I see people trying to brush dry hair. Don't do it. Don't do it. Damp hair, wet hair in the shower. Wet hair can also lead to breakage. So my tip is to wash your hair in the shower, towel dry it with a microfiber towel, and then from there, add your detangling cream, and then brush out your hair with your fingers, and then a wide tooth comb afterwards, just to make sure that you get all those tangles out. So I've got a brush, but it's not like a brush, see, so it separates like that. So it's a detangling brush. So while I'm brushing, the bristles part so that it's not pulling on the knots. It's a really great investment. I think Clicks sells them. I got it at Clicks Girls last year. Then next up, you want to always apply your products to wet hair, wet or damp hair, wet, damp, towel dried hair. This is the best way to fight frizz. That's why I always suggest using your leave-in conditioner on damp hair. Apply it liberally while your hair is still wet. Pay attention to the ends, because you always forget about your ends, and your ends are where the frizz starts. And then you can also apply a serum or curl activator on top of the leave-in conditioner. But if you've got a leave-in conditioner, normally, if it's really good, you won't need to add a curl activator on top of it because it's doing the damn things. You also want to ensure that these products are made for your curl type, as the wrong products will lead to frizz. So if you don't know what products to use for your curl type, I think that's episode 2. So just head back there and check it out. Now I want to talk about satin pillowcases. So satin pillowcases are really worth all the hype. She's really the girl she thinks she is. Like, trust me. So while you're tossing and turning in your sleep, that can cause tangles, split ends, and breakage when you're sleeping on a normal cotton pillowcase. It's just creating a whole lot of friction. It's not being happy on your hair, and your hair is just getting worse and worse and worse from sleeping. No, not if you wake up and your hair is just all over the place. No. Satin pillowcases help reduce the friction that causes frizz. They also make hairstyle maintenance much easier and helps you maintain moisture. So they're not going to dry out your hair. Your hair is going to stay moisturized and locked in because satin pillowcases are just giving it the love it needs. And for me, like, I've got a protective style in right now. If I went to sleep on my pillowcase with this hairstyle, it's going to be much neater than it would be if I was on a cotton pillowcase. But I also just put on a satin bonnet before I go sleep when I've got a protective style in. And wham bam, thank you man, my hair is ready in the morning. And literally I can wear this hairstyle for like 3 days and it will still look as neat as it does today. Then next up, you're going to cut down on heat styling. Heat styling can leave your hair dry and damaged and prone to frizz. It's all self-explanatory. Your hair will form more uniform curls when it is allowed to dry naturally. So go for the air dryer when you've got the chance. I always air dry my hair. It's just best. If you do have to use heat styling, make sure you're always using a silicone-based serum to protect your hair from the heat. And next up, don't touch your hair. Don't touch it. Don't do it. Solange told you guys, do not touch your hair, and don't let other people touch your hair. Constantly playing with your hair, touching it, or allowing others to touch it, once it's dry, will disrupt its curl pattern and lead to frizz. You know, it's just, once it's dry, you leave it. Last but not least, microfiber towels are your friend. So wringing or rubbing your hair with a normal towel can cause friction, which will lead to breakage and split ends. You know the deal. Flip your hair over, scrunch it up using a microfiber towel. It will reduce frizz and also speed up your drying time as it is super absorbent. Now guys, I can't even explain to you what the difference a microfiber towel makes in my life. Literally, I'll leave my hair wrapped in a microfiber towel for like 5 minutes, and when I take it off, my hair is already like 50% dry because it just absorbs all the moisture. My microfiber towel is actually lying here, so this is what it looks like. It's got a pretty pattern. This is from Bow Bombs. You can get them on Superbalist or Take A Lot, I think. All right, so that is everything that I have on what causes frizz and how to prevent frizz. I hope that you guys have found this episode helpful, and I hope that you will share it with all your friends and give me a like. Yay! Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel. I'm often doing lots of product reviews. If you're wondering what products you should be trying out for your hair, the link is in my bio. And don't forget to go download your anti-frizz cheat sheet that I have created for you guys. The link is also in my bio. Yay! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.